Allie.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Reese.
And basically it's a talk show because the three of us like to talk a lot. And what we do is we're going to ask you questions while we're drawing something.
And we have like a topic that we haven't seen yet, but we're going to draw that basically.
Okay. So you just close your eyes and pick three.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of kids.
Okay. I'll open the topic. This is what you're drawing?
Mm-hmm.
A three-eyed monkey with a hat.
Oh dear.
Oh goodness. Alrighty. So now the questions will begin. Alright. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Cari. I'm the superintendent here. Yeah.
Do you like your job?
I do. I started teaching here in the early 90s. And so coming back, and then I left for a long time. So coming back was awesome because I still knew some people. I still knew some teachers. I still need, I've met people that I had in class who are now adults. Mr. Gray was in class. He was in my class.
He wanted us to ask you about him.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yes.
What's one thing you can't live without?
Cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need some time to drink the coffee quietly without anything else happening.
Big
to
coffee
get
person?
ready. Well, just one cup. I don't need it all day long, but I think it's probably might be the equivalent of like meditating every day where you just sit and be quiet. So I would say that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite coaching moment when you coach field hockey?
Oh, so when I was here, I coached for like 6 years JV with Coach Ward McLean, Coach Ward. And I remember actually one time where I felt like my job as a JV coach was to make sure that I could give the skills enough to the girls who were going to move up to fill open positions, right? So I remember one of the JV girls got pulled up, and I can't remember what position she was in, but she got pulled up and she played the game and she did all the right things that she was supposed to do, right? Like staying wide, making sure that she was moving as defender, moving them to the outside. And I remember coming off and I was just like, oh my God, you did everything you were supposed to do. Like everything, it was perfect. And just like how excited she was she stepped into varsity when she wasn't on varsity, and then she actually performed the way that she needed to perform. It was very exciting. I felt like I had prepped her well to be able to step into something that she wasn't necessarily prepared for, but had to. People get injured, things like that. And then winning a state champion's not terrible. That was fun.
Yeah.
And Coach Ward was awesome. She was hardcore. There were times where I was just like, really? We're going to practice on a holiday. We're going to practice on, she was hardcore. I give her credit. She won for a reason.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I don't really know what else to do with this monkey because it's really disturbing looking. I don't really, if I do anything more to it, I don't know. You guys are coloring it in. Maybe I should do that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So my next question is, if you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, who would it be and why? This is a hard one.
Yeah, because it depends on the category you go with, right? So I was a social studies teacher, like Mr. Davis.
Mm-hmm.
So I can think of some history people.
Follow your heart with this one.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a first instinct. Do you have a first gut answer?
Yeah.
You do?
Who's your first gut answer?
My grandma.
I have one grandfather that I never knew. He died when I was 1, so I never really, spent any time with him. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, he was a lovely human being from everybody who's ever told stories about him. So I think that's a good one. Good one. But going back to history, I think Abe Lincoln. Because it feels like sometimes the times we live in are very divided now. And that was when he was president, was really obviously even more extreme. So just to talk about that and how you deal with that.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting and potentially useful.
Yeah.
I think that my neighbor looks like Abe Lincoln.
Your neighbor?
Yes.
Yes.
He's they have kind of the same face. It's scary.
It's a very distinctive look.
Yes.
Yes.
He's like very tall and like
Mm-hmm.
Does he wear the hat?
he had a hat.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
So he's leaning into it.
Yeah. Apparently. I think he knows it.
He's shifting personality.
Yes.
He's leaning in. He's like, if this is what I've got to work with, I'm gonna just go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could go anywhere else but Maine, where would it be?
Let's see. I'd like to go to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to before maybe potentially all the glaciers are gone.
Mhm.
I'd like to go to Alaska and really experience that area of the world I haven't been to. Haven't been there. Yeah.
We're talking about that right now in bio, like climate change and stuff.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so that I think I would because it is changing so much that it's like at some point it won't be the same place that it was,
Right.
that we think and have a picture in our head. So I think I'd like to go there.
Yeah.
What is your biggest accomplishment?
Oh, geez, I'm Carl. Surviving this job. I mean, I was a high school principal like Mr. Shaw for 14 years during COVID. Survived that. That was Mr. Shaw and I actually talked a lot during that time as principals trying to keep the school afloat and what are we going to do for graduation? And he and I sort of ended up sharing a lot of information with each other to help each other make plans around that. So
Show So now that we've wrapped up our questions, we're going to show the camera
okay, so
our final product.
And we're gonna hope they don't judge.
well,
watching.
you guys are all way ahead of me, so it's good.
I got pink, black, and purple for my monkey. I got blue, orange, and yellow. My hat or my monkey? Is it supposed to have a hat?
Three-eyed monkey with a hat.
Oh, well. So mine doesn't have a hat.
Wait, hold on. That was wicked shaky. Do it again. That's my fault, not you.
I have a three-eyed monkey with a hat. He's green with some blue and red. Yeah. He seems pretty cool. I like him. His name's Marvin.
I don't really want to talk about my three-eyed monkey. And it also does not have a hat because I didn't really follow the directions.
Can you hold it up to the camera?
Oh,
so we can
really?
get a good look? We can get a good look?
Really? Okay, there it is. There you go. Get a good look.
Mine has a hat
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So that concludes today's episode of MMR Radio.
Yes.
What do we do every time?
Peace out, guys.
And scene. That's how